Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to Ruby Rose Tarot. I hope that all is going well, swell. That you haven't been up to mischief in my hiatus. That you've been well behaved. Keeping your noses clean. Alright, so cusp of energy. Let's find out what your higher self is trying to say to you. What guidance is there for you? So we are going to use the Akashic record today, and then we're going to close out with a quick love reading, especially based on what comes out in relation to your Akashic record element. So the Akashic record element may lean on emotional issues or changes. It may lean on work endeavors. It may lean on life purpose. Whatever it is that comes out, take of it what resonates and leave the rest behind. It's worth actually coming back in the next couple of days, weeks or months to see to check back in relation to the energies that are shown here today to see whether that helps you. Okay, so anyway, quick intro. This is a general reading. It's not going to apply to absolutely every single one of you sexy beasts. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Like I said before, it's worth checking back into this reading in the next couple of weeks or months to see how the land lies, all right, in relation to your goals. And it's worth checking out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, dominant signs when I do upload the main sign readings to see whether there are any hidden gems in there. And finally, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you find this reading, it is meant to be for you. It may pop up in your recommendeds. It may show up in your autoplay. Either way, there'll be something in this reading that may be able to help you out with your sitch. Cross watchers, as always, you are more than welcome here. Pull up a pew, sit down, take a load off. Hopefully there may be something in this reading that might be able to help you out here with your sitch. All right, so cusp of energy. My gorgeous Taurus, Gemini, Cuspies. Let's find out what your main messages are. What is it that you need to know? What is your higher self trying to tell you right now? Okay. Lay a foundation. Oh, whoa. I like it. Okay. Oh. Ugh. All right, I'm going to say it as it is, and I'm going to be dead blunt. You guys were involved with a complete twat. Let's just say it as it is. Now, I feel that you guys have set your course and you're moving away from that and you're setting new goals, so I'm really loving it. Many of you are connecting with friends, family that you've not been in contact with for a while with this community card. Or you may be creating new connections, a new soul family, if you will. But slap bang in the middle of this reading, we have got the lookout here. So we're going to dive into all of the meanings of these cards in a second. But I do feel a slight despondence with you guys. So let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. So we've got will, wisdom, and mind. This is a major arcana. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally: power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the Ascended Masters who are linked to each of these energies. With the participation of the Masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. What this is saying to me is, one, you are very connected to the Ascended Masters and your spirit guides here. And two, there's going to be a lot going on. All right, a lot going on, but nothing that you cannot handle. Now, I feel this is to do with balance. So it's investing your time and energy where required, yes, but it's also taking the necessary time out to rest as well, so that you don't completely suffer from burnout. Okie doke, let's have a look at the other cards. So your foundation. So these are the energies that have either led you to this present point, or these are emerging energies that will lead you. As in emerging, as in they're coming in right now, and are going to kind of affect or enhance your present moment. So we have got the Akashic Library as your first card. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records, into higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and your new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often, like a mantra. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. So some of you, simplistically, you're writing a book. You're either writing a book or you're publishing a book. For others of you, it is great manifestation. But not manifest. So you're not manifesting blindly. You're manifesting from a place of sheer consciousness, knowing yourself, knowing what it is that you want. So if you want something, now is the time. Write it down. Write down what it is that you want and repeat it to yourself constantly, like a positive, think of law of attraction, like an affirmation. Then Try to establish how you can reach that goal and just do it. Now, some of you may have already done it. Some of you are in the process of thinking to yourself, oh, I really want this, but can I really do it? Can I really achieve it? Hell, you can. Yes, you can. So, at the very beginning of the reading, I said that for many of you, you were involved with a twat. So I'm going to explain why. Now, again, this might not be a love relationship. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. This card shows, and this is views of the ego. This card shows that there may be a thoughtless, selfish person in your life, whether in love, friendship, family, or business relationship. This person is self-absorbed and makes plans only in terms of how they feel, how they affect him or her. You may have lingered too long, repeatedly giving to this person, even though you haven't received much in return. You've tolerated this this dismissiveness because you kept hoping things would get better, or perhaps you were too afraid to step away. You are called now to be aware. This person is unlikely to change, and you may be delaying the inevitable, especially for those of you who are with this thoughtless, selfish person who only thinks about how things are affecting them. Okay? Now, if you do stay with them, you may be delaying the inevitable. Take an honest look in your mirror and see how staying in this relationship affects your future. Now, guys, quick spiritual lesson. Many of you, especially if you are involved with this type of person and you've stayed in this sort of relationship for a prolonged period of time, you will find that things kind of start to go wrong in other spheres of your life. So let's say it's a love relationship. It kind of, you stay with this person because you think, no, things are going to change. They've been really sweet today. I'm going to stick with them. But then they do a Jekyll and Hyde on you. So one day they're Jekyll and the next day they're Hyde. But you're kind of waiting for the Hyde. I think Hyde is the good one. And you do get it, but you keep on getting the Jekyll. Now, because of the seesaw effects that you have in your love life, it's then having a massive impact on other areas of your life. You may find that you're being passed up for promotions. You may find that, you're having strange relationships with family members, with friends, with those that love you. Having someone who is toxic or someone who is not meant to be there in your life changes your path, if you will. It changes the direction of flow, the good, positive energies that are meant to be flowing into your life right now. So you really, really, really need to sit and think about, who could this toxic person be? Who's thoughtless and selfish and doesn't think about anyone else but themselves and how things benefit them. Could be anyone from your life. Now, you may need to cut them. Now, sometimes it's easier than others. If you may be co-parenting, it might not be as simple, but it may be emotionally cutting yourself away, which I agree is it's easier said than done. But you will need to do something to separate and sever that tie. The only thing I say that you don't do is do not do a cord cutting on an individual. Don't do it. You can do it on the energy or the situation, but not on a specific person. So if you're tempted to, don't do it. Okay? All right. So the next card in your foundation is the Three of Skulls. scrolls, sorry, which is setting your goals. So what this is screaming at me is that many of you are already setting sail, moving away from anything that no longer serves you. Shitty situations or shitty situationships. You're leaving that in the dust. You're leaving that to leaving them to do their own thing. Now, what this card is saying is that this is a great time to broaden your horizons in both your personal and your business lives. Don't limit yourself to only one direction. Your opportunities are greater than just what you see. When you widen your scope, you'll find your way to limitless options and boundless wealth. This card can also show a potential partnership or affiliation among 3 people who can be helpful on your path. Travel or relocation may be on the agenda too. So for some of you, you may be looking at a relocation. Move towards that. For some of you, you may be looking to go on holiday. If you ain't booked it, book it. 1616 I saw on the clock earlier. There may be something in this for you. But this is a time for you to broaden your horizons. Whether that is in your professional life, personal life, or both. The opportunities are huge for you. And again, going back to the Akashic Library, many of you may want to become a writer or a publisher. Many of you may have a goal, something that you really want to manifest. Many of you are actually kind of setting your course towards that. Setting your course away from this person who is full of ego. The last card in your foundation is the Sands of Time, 6 of Scrolls. This card shows that in some matter of importance, time is of the essence. There could be an opportunity that you don't want to miss. It may be a project, situation, or a personal connection that requires action or even completion. You might have had some delays, or you may have been highly active and industrious for some time. Either way, keep going. Your focus and effort is still required in order to get to the end game. Don't let worry steer you away from your goal. There is more yet to do, so don't give up. You may feel that time is of the essence, okay? Now, there may be and it may well be, some of you may have been given an opportunity and a timeline in which to seize this opportunity. For many of you, obviously, you've been urged several times to kind of sit with yourself. Your intuition is heightened, especially with that Akashic Library. What is your gut telling you about this opportunity? Do you, move towards it or do you not? Now, if this opportunity coincides with what you have decided to set your sights on, with that setting your course card, then go for it. But if it's something that is left field, before making any immediate decisions, just sit with the energy. Now, whatever is meant to be for you will never pass you by. So don't rush any decisions that you need to make during this time. But if the opportunity is in keeping with what you have been trying to manifest and it's fear that's blocking you, feel the fear and do it anyway. Push through. Now let's have a look at your present. So like I said, for many of you, you are re-engaging with your friends and family during this time. So it's reconnecting or creating almost a new soul tribe. This card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha. Whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from past lives. For instance, you have your family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, cultural, or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to these new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. Now, in one of the cards, it talked about a group of three, you being able to find your answers in a group of three. With you, it will make it four. But there is a group of three. This may be pivotal for you. So maybe there's a group of two and you at the moment. Maybe there is another person that needs to come in to create this air of creativity for you to align better with your purpose. But there's a strong indication that there is a new person or new persons, could be three, that could be coming into your life during this time. Now, in the center of the deck, we have got a major arcana. Okay, and it is the Lookout. This card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, perhaps even a battle of sorts around you. You could experience a sudden fall or a loss of your position, but if you are aware, you can make a backup plan that will help you ride through this difficult time a little more easily. This phase may be temporary, but it's important to keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through to a better time to come. There may be something on the horizon that may knock you. All right. Now, again, I don't feel it's a huge knock where it completely knocks you off course. I actually feel that it will be something necessary. So again, with this being next to the community card, your Sangha, your soul tribe, there may be people you're releasing. Could be arguments that you may be having with people. But as long as you're aware that there is something, so some of you, whilst you're listening to this reading, may already know. It may be this views of the ego person, this selfish, thoughtless individual who's still in your orbit. They may be bringing some drama. Now, that fall from position, for some of you, it could be someone discrediting you at work, someone discrediting your work. You will bounce back. For some of you, it may be a loss of position. But remember, with this being in the center, this will be for your greatest good. But have a backup. So if you know full well that this ex is going to come for you with everything that they've got, make sure you've got a backup. Make sure you're one step ahead of them. If you know that things are, and you'll feel it, your intuition is heightened. If you know that things are a little bit off at work, something don't feel right, the math ain't mathing, have a plan B. Start applying on the sly for other roles. You may actually find the next role that you move towards pays you more, respects you more. You have more prestige in that role. Whatever it is, just be aware. Be on the lookout for either snakes in the grass that may be trying to bring you down, the wheels that are already in motion around something that may be being removed from your life. But whatever is being removed is for your greatest good. The last of the cards is the Two of Keys. All right, so the last of the cards in your present is the Two of Keys. This card represents a great loss or disappointment in your life right now. It could be the loss of a job, a relationship, or even an opportunity. But remember that this phase is temporary. So this is repeated twice. So there is something that is exiting your life. Now, it could be now. It may have already exited, as in literally it might have been last week for some of you. For others of you, it may be something that is actually coming. All right, something that is being lost, is leaving your life. Now, you may be disappointed about it, but this is temporary. It might take some time and effort to rally your forces to recover, but there is a great treasure within you that is always available. The little chest represents that part of you that is filled with light. It isn't vulnerable, and it can never be lost or damaged. When you focus on what's wrong or what's lacking, it perpetuates your sense of emptiness and victimization. So don't let yourself get lost in the sauce. Okay? Open the lid to your light and let it illuminate your way. There are other opportunities and greater wealth waiting for you to discover. Card after card after card, it's been pointing to opportunities. There is something within you that you really want to do. It might not even be this job. It might not even be this person. There is something within you that you intuitively know that you want to do, and it may be fear that is blocking you. For some of you, especially with it being a community card, it could be a case of, a massive fallout with a family member. Either way, it is temporary. You may feel the burn, but you've got to work through those energies. All right. Now, for some of you, it may be a little bit, as in it may hit you a little bit, as in it may, put the wind out of your sails for a split second, and then you bounce back. For others of you, it may take you a little bit longer. Maybe it depends on the level. It could be a full-on betrayal for some of you. But you will bounce back from it. And there will be other opportunities and greater wealth that is waiting for you. The final card is a major arcana as well. So I feel that, these next coming weeks are going to be quite pivotal for you. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or a title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working towards greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. I feel that whatever is going to test you this week, next week, the week after, or has already tested you, which has brought you to this reading, 1, you're going to overcome it. 2, you will have learned a lot of lessons, but mainly learning a lot of lessons about yourself and your own resilience here. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant, it supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose to uphold the sacred covenant. You have to touch the world with your light. Whatever is going to test you, and it is temporary, so it's not something that is going to completely obliterate you and you're out for the count. You may be for a split second, but you will bounce back from it. But you're going to bounce back from it bigger and better than ever before. Now, for some of you, I strongly feel it is a person. For others of you, it could be a job. For others of you, it could be an opportunity. So you may have taken an opportunity and felt that that opportunity was home, only for it to not be. So no hasty decisions with that Sands of Time card, because you may feel that time is of the essence and jump from the frying pan into the fire. So just really take the time to sit with any decision that you're going to make. Also, with that lookout in the center, have a plan B. It will soften the blow. So you'll know intuitively what this is, what this relates to. Work, love, finances. All right. So, let's have a look at your love life, cusp of energy, okay? I am going to... Now, it could be an ex. It could be, literally, it could be the new kid on the block for some of you, all right? But we're going to try and get the energies of what you need to know in relation to love. What do my gorgeous cusp of energy need to know in relation to love? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yo, similar energies to the Aries, Taurus, Cuspies. Many of you are pure Tauruses here, or you were, born you're born as Taurus, but you fall in the cusp. Some of you may have lost a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, because through lies, deviousness, prejudice, a liar, one whose main focus is self-promotion. Yo, again, that views of the ego card. There was someone who was just unscrupulous. Now, in the foundation, we have got the Six of Swords. This is you transitioning. This is you moving away from that. And we saw that same flow here with the setting your course straight after the thoughtless, selfish person. So, again, repeated, many of you are moving away from this. Now, for some of you, it may have taken a hot minute to do that, but you're doing it. The problem is that you're unsure of where you're actually going, who you're moving towards with the Two of Wands. Now, it's what path to take. You don't want to repeat the sins of the past, do you? And I get it. I get it. Many of you may feel like you're at the crossroads at the moment. And you may be at the crossroads because some of you may be beating yourselves up over what happened in the past. Feeling that you should, this situation should never have happened, and that, you're blaming yourself for allowing this to happen. So there could be regret here. For others of you, it's sadness for what you thought you had with this person, for what you thought it could become. So despair is kind of keeping you in the crossroads. Disappointment is keeping you in the crossroads. For some of you, it was just shock. An unwelcome change that has occurred through a lie, through some deceit, that has put you at the crossroads. Now, although many of you are needing and are moving away to calmer waters, Because of this crossroads and because of this feeling of despondency, I feel that for many of you, you may not be moving forward. There's a restriction here. Something's blocking you. Now, again, it may be fears of repeating the sins of the past. I will be brutally honest with y'all. Looking at this whole spread, I feel that there is a blocker here. And this block, you want to move forward. We've got the Chariot here. You're ready. You're in the Chariot. The keys are in the ignition. You've got the window rolled down. You've even turned that engine on. You just don't know where you're going to go. You don't know what to punch into that sat nav. We've got the Chariot and the Seven of Cups. There is a hell of a lot of confusion for you. Now, it could be that you have a lot of options and you don't want to make the wrong choice. It could be that you haven't a Scooby-Doo of what to do next, even where to find this new love, someone who is decent, someone who is going to bring peace and harmony. But there's confusion as to where you want to go, and that confusion is creating stagnation. Now, one of the contributing factors towards this is the Seven of Swords. Yes, you've made a break for it from that past situation, and good on you for doing that, from the deceits and the lies. But I feel that because of the deceits and the lies and what you went through and what you've had to come away from, there's a fear almost attached to it. The fear card's not here, but I feel that you don't trust. Now, it could be for some of you, a small proportion of you, you may not even trust the process. But I feel it's a lack of trust of the female species or the male species because of what's happened. Now, with the Five of Swords in the overarching card, this is defeat. This is surrender. But I am taking this Five of Swords as being fighting through it in order to achieve your goal, win or lose. Whoever this fire sign is, or whoever this liar, devious person is, has a lot to answer for. Let's see what else it is that you need to know, because strong messages here that I'm getting is that whatever they did, and then whatever fuckeries they brought to you, they'll bring to the next person until they've healed whatever it is that they need to heal. So do not get that twisted. But it's impacting you in the now. Now, again, it's not all of you. Some of you may be dating, but it could be that underlying, there's some form of confusion here. There's some form of distrust here. It's creating a lot of internal conflict. What else do my gorgeous Taurus, Gemini, Cuspies need to know? The Hierophant. You all learnt your lessons. You learnt your lesson. Seriously. And coupled with the Judgment, many of you may be judging yourself. You shouldn't. But it has created an awakening in you. I also feel that for many of you, there is a need to forgive the past. And many of you might be saying, Ruby Rose, but you don't know what they did. And I can see it. You may feel that they don't deserve your forgiveness, and you may well be right. But you're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for you. It's so you can drop the Seven of Swords. You can learn to trust again. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Some of you may be feeling numb. And again, it's that stagnancy. Some of you really may be feeling numb or uninspired during this time. Again, there may be many options, but you just you're not feeling it. Yeah. Wow. For some of you, you're going to find this Ten of Cups. So we've got the Ten of Cups here. But we've also got at the bottom of the deck, and we've also got the Three of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, straight up, you may meet this person at work. All right? You may meet this person when you go for an apprenticeship or in university, college, when you're studying. Or even if you're creating your own business and that's the goal you're going towards, you may meet this person as part of that journey. And there's something again with that 3 energy. So again, you may meet this person amongst a group of 3. So just be mindful of bumping into a group of 3 approaching you, especially if it is a sex that you are attracted to. Take note of that. But your happily ever after is here. You've learnt the lessons. But I feel that there is a need for forgiveness because right now it's creating a lot of stagnancy here. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship at the moment, stay in it, especially if you're happy and they're not selfish and thoughtless. All right? But work on that inner healing and maybe be open and honest with whoever it is that you're with at the moment to kind of give you a hot minute if you need it. But Ten of Cups is predicted here. And collaboration, being able to work together as a team. Now, for some of you, and again, I said this for Aries, Taurus, Cusp as well. For some of you, it could be blended families. You may have children, they may have children, and the two of you come together and work together as a family unit. For others of you, you may have children, they don't. They may have children, you don't. Again, same message. Coming together, working together as a perfect unit. For others of you, you ain't got kids, they ain't got kids. But you come together to create a family unit. Now, for some of you, you might not even want kids at all. The pitter-patter of tiny little feet does not appeal. And that's okay. Then that family bond is extended family, becoming your family. It's a beautiful card, beautiful energies, but something is stagnating you right now. All right, guys, that's it. It is a wrap. If you have enjoyed this reading, then please do your girl a solid and smash that like button for me. For those of you who haven't already, I'd also really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be kept up to date on absolutely anything and everything that I upload on here. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, and don't forget as well, apologies. For those of you who are interested in joining the membership, then the information is in the description box below. So enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch you next time. Bye.